We're making a custom PCB for this distance sensor. We want to make a custom footprint for this distance sensor. So we look at the datasheet and try to match the specifications. We go to Component Wizard to generate the footprint for us. Now we're choosing metric because that's what the datasheet uses. Just enter the values according to the datasheet. I've already made the footprint, so I'm just showing you the wizard. Select 14. That's how many pins our chip has. And there we go. It looks slightly different than the one that I made, but you just need to modify it slightly. I'm not going to go over it in this tutorial though. Next is the schematic. I've already made the component, so we're just going to check the pins. Here, cathode is a passive, and you can rotate it according to how you want it to look. And enable is an input. Now we're going to check out the properties. So you can see that I've added the footprint that we made earlier. Now moving on to the schematic for this chip. Now go to library, place the part. First we're going to look for a header or a jumper. Go to browse, connectors, search for the one that we want. Right now we want the one with 3 pins. Now we're found it and place it anywhere you want. In this case over there, press escape to get rid of the part, and now we search for the resistors. We're just placing the rest of the components here, so you press PP to place part and then you search for it. If you click on the component and press shift and drag the component, you'll duplicate it. So we're almost done placing the parts here. I'm just organizing it so it looks like the schematic that we reference it to. I have started the wiring process. All you gotta do is just press PW, place wire. Now wherever it shows an X, you click, and wherever you want the wire to terminate, click again. Make sure that the wires don't cross between the junctions. You can see in header 3, pins 1 and 2 have been crossed, and you can see that solid blue dot over there. I've went ahead to attach the ground and the VCC and modified the component values to match our schematic. In order to generate the PCB, we have to annotate the components as shown here. Here I'm removing the LED because we didn't need it. So we're just moving all the components back and readjusting the wiring. And there we have it, a completed schematic. In order to generate the PCB from our PCB project, we have to add a new PCB. Then we have to save that document. Now we have to redefine the board size. First, I set the origin to the bottom left corner, and then I can select the board shape. You can define it any way you want, but I've made it a rectangle. I've made the board size quite small because we only have a few components. Now we can import the changes from our schematic, and our components will be automatically uploaded here. Just drag your components any way you want. I've already made the final version, but here's how I would place it. Make sure you have enough room for mounting holes, because here we don't have enough room. Here's the final version. I've added 2 mounting holes. Just double check all the hole sizes before you do the automatic routing. You can move text around by just holding onto it and pressing space. After we're satisfied with all the component placements, we can now start auto routing. Just go to the top where auto route is, click on all, and use the defaults and click route all. Here's all the layouts that I've put on one board for manufacturing. And that's all for this tutorial.